Last but not least, there is a question teaser at the very end of this slide that I would like to ask you. And the question is, when do you think the interview round ends? I mentioned before what's an interview round. It's different from the interview process. The interview round, when do you think it ends? This is $1,000,000 question, by the way. So let's see the answer. The answer is the interview round ends when you receive an email decision consists of an offer, a proceed with the next round, if there are any next rounds, or a rejection. This is the only time that you can officially say that the interview round has ended. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because very simple answer. The answer for that is interviewers, candidates should be proactive. If they're looking to get the job, they need to go the extra mile. And what do I mean by extra mile? An extra mile is, I'll give you two scenarios. I'm the interviewer, okay? And I interviewed Sarah today, okay? So I interviewed with Sarah today. I found that I asked her a couple of questions. After the round, I thanked her for her participation on the interview session. I came back and I looked at the questions, I looked at the answer that she provided me. I found out that although she's a good candidate, but there's some questions that I thought that she would answer better. Okay? So these questions that she would answer better, that's why at that particular time, 2 questions out of the 6 questions that I asked her, 2 of them, she did not answer them the way that I wanted her to answer them. So I would go back and I'd say, okay, I'm a little bit hesitant about her. I don't know if I'm gonna proceed with her to the next round, or maybe provide her with an offer, or shall I just, find someone else? Imagine that this is happening, and then all of a sudden, something pops up, an email comes from Sarah stating that, oh, one of the questions that you thought that she didn't answer right, she didn't answer correctly, or she didn't answer precisely, she comes back with more clarification about it, and she gives you a better answer. How would, if you're talking from the management point of view, or from the hiring management, or from the interviewer's point of view, that who's a little bit hesitant about solving your question, he's a little bit hesitant about, or she's a little bit hesitant about moving you to the next round or to the next step. When they find something like this, they will definitely take you in consideration. They will respect Sarah. They will take her in consideration, and they will see that they respect the enthusiasm and the productivity that she's doing in order for her to get that job. And this is not something easy. That is something very, very important and critical for anyone to do. So you need to put this in consideration while you're applying for any job. So the way that you do it, this is the first scenario. The second case scenario, let's say Sarah did answer the questions, although I already made a decision as a hiring manager or as an interviewer that she's not gonna proceed with the next round because for whatever reason, and the reason is maybe that I think that this position would require someone who has more experience, more professionally, more work-related experience, and that particular candidate does not have it. Okay? So with that said, although I already made a decision, but I did receive an email from that person, from Sarah, about that particular question that she wanted to elaborate more about. I would respect that person again, okay? And I would definitely see if I can find another team or maybe some other openings that I have in my position, in my team that I can, provide her, or maybe like give her, because at the end of the day, that particular person is looking for someone who's passionate. Those are not looking, any employer is not looking for someone who knows the things well. They're looking for someone who can go out there, hustle around, come back with answers. It does not matter. You don't know anything all the time. So you go out, you answer, and then you come back. That's normal. That is very normal to do. Even if they moved on with other candidates and they didn't pick you, Sarah would definitely will feel more comfortable, and her confidence would boost in upcoming interviews, because first of all, she knew that she did her due diligence in that particular job, in that particular interview, and she actually went the extra mile. The second thing is she doesn't have any fear fairness, talking and communicating with interviewers. Okay, and she can do whatever she can do. She can do whatever she can, of course, professionally and formally, to get that job done, to get the job needed, and to answer whatever questions are thrown out to her. So for her, that's a very good experience. Okay, so it's a win-win situation for Sarah. Okay, so to sum this up, you need to be proactive and you need to show your enthusiasm about getting that particular job. So after an interview, okay, and before the email decision is sent to you, you need to sit after the interview with yourself, contemplate about what happened in that interview, go through the questions, go through your answers, go with your intuition in terms of if you found a question or if you found an answer that you didn't answer correctly, or maybe you needed more elaboration on that or clarification. Just sit, open your Word document, try to type in the question, and then followed by your answer, and then just send an email. And if you don't have the contact information email, guess what? You have the HR, the recruiter's email. Send it to her or to him, and then just inform them that please forward this to that particular interviewer who interviewed me today. I revisited a question that I was asked by him or her today. Everyone would respect you. You would have done your due diligence. I hope this session is informative. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put it under the video comments. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, please hit the thumbs down and tell me why. I'll try my best to come up with a better one. And it's a learning process. And thank you so much. I hope you learned. Best of luck in your interviews. I hope you get the job that you're looking for. Keep moving forward. You will reach there, and everything you do will come back with an experience that it will engrave in you. Have a great day, evening, and night. This is Mark Akram.